What's up, bitches?
Okay, so what's up? It's me, Ale,
It's me, Savannah.
and we're just gonna go ahead and just talk about this hectic ass week. But for once, the week wasn't like hectic for us; it was more hectic for the world, which still kind of fucked with us too.
I think this week was pretty like, it's starting to be smooth for me, but it wasn't as bad as my other weeks. That's for sure.
Yeah, but like everywhere around us was like literally breaking down. So if you're in Vegas with us, you have seen everything that's been going on. We had a flood. We had the hurricane come through. We had like 100-degree weather, but yet a whole ass storm.
Nah, cause that bitch Hillary came back for a
She
second round.
did come back, right? Like it feels like it came back, but
I think
this time
she
it
came
felt
back
harder.
Yeah, she came back pissed. She was like, "Nah, I didn't hit y'all."
Y'all was
good
talking
enough."
all that shit, right? Y'all was talking all that shit. Yeah, no. Vegas had a sinkhole. I think they had two.
Oh yeah,
but everybody was really posting one, but there was a bigger one where this car even fucking fell in it. Yep.
I didn't see that one.
In that. It wasn't like it didn't fall all the way through, but their car did like go down with some of the cement.
Oh fuck no.
Dude, imagine like, cause what I was thinking, I'm like, okay, I don't want to say like I'm a reckless driver, right? But okay, you know how I DoorDash and like I have to check my phone sometimes for like the maps or the orders. I'm like, dude, what if like I'm right here checking my phone for like those 2 seconds and I fall in a sinkhole because I'm not paying attention?
That's scary though, cause like
that shit was deep, dude. That was a big ass fucking, like, even the small one that everybody was posting, like that's still a whole ass hole.
I wonder like how deep a sinkhole goes though.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I told my man. I was like, how serious is it?
Like, could you like for real fall down there? If so, where do you go?
Like do you fall in the drain, in the sewage, or do you fall like
what's underneath us? I wonder, like, I always think that, what the fuck is underneath us? Are we underwater? I mean, like, are we over like just hella water or like, yeah.
Unless we go in the scientific route where it's just like a hot ass ball of lava. But
I mean, we are like in the desert. So like in the desert, are we above lava? Like, I don't know.
But everywhere is above lava. And then it's like, yeah, because you got the water that literally has like Hawaii and shit. And they're like, whole ass volcano. But then it's also like, okay, so we're sitting on top of it. And then we have the whole ass sun too. Like, so are we just like superhuman and like we can withhold all this fucking heat? We're in the retrograde microwave.
Do you ever think that like what happens if the planets were to fall on us? Like,
oh no,
what if we fall? Like, bro,
that's what I think about. What if gravity stops and like
where the fuck do we go?
Fly?
Yeah, like where is there to go in space? There's literally nowhere to go.
No, they literally said, I seen this video too where this guy was all like, dude, if we even fall for like 0.3 seconds without gravity, we would go just shooting straight up. Like, it wouldn't be like we're just gonna float. No, like we're gonna shoot up in there.
So we're gonna be in space.
From what he made it sound like, yeah, like even if it was for less than a second, we would just whew.
Like, what holds gravity, dude? Like, I always have so many fucking questions. Because, okay, like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't want to offend anybody. But, like, when it comes to, like, religion, you know how they say, oh, like, whoever what they believe in, like, they say that person built, like, earth and shit or whatever. Yeah. Okay, but, like, who created them? Like, that still doesn't answer the question how Earth is Earth,
what
and
came
how
before the chicken or the egg type of shit.
Like how we're in space and shit. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, we could have had a conspiracy night. I'd be kind of scared because then it's like how we said last time, where it's like, shout out to those guys that like, or guys and girls, whoever, like that they do the conspiracy stuff and like they got some balls, they got some conies.
Like Shane Dawson. Do you watch Shane Dawson?
Dude, I used to love the fuck
his
out of Shane. His
conspiracy videos.
Yeah, I haven't watched his recent ones because like he like kind of stopped with all that type of stuff and like went more goofy.
His shit was popping in like what, 2016.
He had me scared sometimes.
Dude, those were fucking scary.
Okay, what fucked you up the most? Because what fucked me up the most was the hotel cameras when he would go in there and like look for the cameras with that little light or something. You know what I'm talking about?
Is that a recent video? Because I remember seeing that.
I think it was like with Jeffrey or before the one that came out with Jeffrey?
Because I remember seeing a video he posted and they did that too, where like, but it had to do with the iPhone cameras, like how the iPhone cameras, how our Face ID scans our face, and when you're sitting in the dark and you have someone like take a picture of you, as you're holding your phone up to your face, you could see the dots that like are detecting your face type thing. You get me?
Yeah. Well, it even shows you like when you're setting up your Face ID, it's like literally getting all your angles and scanning your face. Like,
yeah. But when it comes to like his older videos, I can't remember. I've watched so many of his videos, and this was like a while back. I haven't seen a Shane Dawson video in a while, but I can't remember one that fucked me up. Maybe like the Disneyland ones. Oh, those always fuck me up because it's like, damn, like
you went when you were in Cali and you lived there. Like, was that like, because they make it seem anybody who's in Cali, they're like, it's like their park type. Sorry if you guys can hear the motorcycles, but like they make it seem like we can go there whenever, all the time. Like, you guys are always at Disney.
Like,
type
that's
of shit.
our strip type
thing.
Yeah.
But ours is free. You guys like, fuck, you still have to pay, but y'all still make it seem like, let's go to Disney. Fuck
no. I mean, me being like a Cali local, like at least for me being in Los Angeles, it was always Knott's Berry Farm. Like, that's where everyone would go to like fuck around and kick it. It wasn't Disneyland. Disneyland's expensive as fuck. Like, Disneyland's more like family type shit. And like there's Six Flags too. Like, I would go to Six Flags a lot too. But so that's, you guys would just
go to those places just to hang out. Type of shit. Damn.
But Knott's Berry Farm is like ghetto. Like,
why?
Knott's Berry Farm is probably your guys's like
downtown.
Yeah, type shit. Like, it's just that's because it's cheap. Like, out of all the amusement parks there, that's the cheapest one. So that's where everyone goes to like fuck around. But now, like,
but shout out to Knott's Berry. You couldn't sponsor us. I will definitely like a seasonal pass. I love it. But never been there. Like, give me a chance.
All the little Edgars going through and shit. Like, you have to show ID that if you're 18 and under, you can't go in there without a parent now.
Wait, that's not for all the amusement parks, like, or is it just that one? I didn't even know you could do that at an amusement park.
It's just for that one because before, like, fucking these kids fucked it up for everyone. Like, I would go to amusement parks. I would have my parents drop me and my friends off at amusement parks, and we never needed an adult. But now that like they just fucked around too much at Knott's, you have to be with an adult if you're 18 and under.
Your sister's over here like, please, mom, please. Bitch, I gotta go to work, please.
But yeah,
poor thing. That's fucked up. I wonder if that's how it is at Circus, but then again,
I feel like your guys' Circus is our Santa Monica.
That shit's so mid though. Like, okay, when we're in middle school, but that's the thing, like, a lot of people, like, they love Vegas, and don't get me wrong, I love Vegas too, but it's like, I'm pretty sure you get sick and tired of like, we're going to the beach again, or like, well, I don't know if you can. I don't think I would ever get sick and tired of some shit like that, but like for us, it's like, for that middle school, like, it was always like, let's go to the dome, let's go to the dome. And like now it's just like, when we grew up, we're like, damn, like, that's it. Like, or if you don't like the clubs like me, like, there's not really much to it, because like it gets played out like, oh, we're gonna go to the strip. Like, for us, it's like, dude, we've been here all our lives. And like, don't get me wrong, like, it's exciting when you show people the city, like people that haven't been here, like, oh, let me take you to this spot, let me take you here. Like, that's when it's kind of exciting again. But it's like, for us, it's like, like, we're gonna go again. Do you guys feel that way sometimes about your stuff?
If I'm being honest, there's a big difference between living out here and in California, because if I'm being honest, like, in California, there's always something to do no matter what. You have the beach, you have the amusement parks, you have the pier. Like, we have hella views, like, that you can just go look up at the city.
Yeah, and like, the one that you showed me where like it was like kind of scary.
Yeah, Sunken City.
Looks fun.
And like, it's just always a vibe over there. Out here, don't get me wrong, it's a vibe out here too. Like, it's cool to go up to the view and stuff, but it's so dry out here. Like, yeah. And going back to what you were saying, like, being in middle school, high school and stuff, I feel like at the time it was fun for us to do shit like that, because even me in California, like, it was fun just to go to the fucking mall, like, with my friends. Like, we made that fun. But now it's just like being an adult. Like, last time I went to Universal Studios was 2 years ago, and I was there for like 2 hours, I tapped out, bro.
Really?
I spent all that money on Horror Nights, and me and my ex were like, you know what, like, let's go back to the hotel. Because I was just tired. I'm like, dude, I can't do this shit no more.
For 2 hours?
Yeah,
you
like
guys
2.5.
all that money on the tickets for 2 hours?
2.5, 3 hours.
Bitch, you should have tapped me in.
Well, dude, because, like, at Horror Nights, the lines are ridiculously long. Like,
you can't get fast pass?
You can, but that's an extra, like, like $50, almost $100. Like, it's expensive. And I was mad at myself, too, for, like, fuck, this was a waste of money. But I'm like...
Is fast pass, like, for all the rides? Or, like, is it one fast pass for any ride type of shit?
No, fast pass, it's for, like, your whole night.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes they have rides open. Last time they didn't, but sometimes they do. But, yeah. No, okay.
Have you been to our fright, though?
No. But here's a little tip for people.
Bitch, don't tell them. Tell me. That way before they take my spot.
If you or anyone goes... Let's say you guys go to, like last year I went to Knott's Berry Farm. I know it works at Knott's.
You see? Like, you're going consistently. Like, for Cali people, they're just like, yeah, I went there, like, 2 weeks ago. And I'm over here like, damn, bitch. Like, shit, when I can.
So last year I went... You could try this anywhere, actually. If you want a free fast pass, go to customer service and tell them you can't stand in line for a long time, that you're handicapped. They won't ask for proof of shit. They'll give you a paper, and I think you can have a group up to like maybe 6, because when I went it was 4 of us. And they give you a paper, and you go up to the line and you tell them, like, this is my fast pass, and the worker will write down, okay, come back at this time, and you get to go ahead of the line. Like,
oh, but you're like at a scheduled time?
Yeah, but either way, like, it's free. It's a free fast pass. You just have to come at a certain time, and they'll let you up in front of the line because you can't stand in line for too long. And they won't ask you for no type of proof.
Use code Savannah at the handicap.
Like, I did this with my dad. Didn't ask for proof. I did this with my sister one time. It was just me and her that had went. And she has scoliosis. Like, she actually has it. Like, your spine isn't, like...
Oh, shit. Ooh, that
completely straight or something. But they didn't ask her for proof, and, like, they're just like, okay, here's your time sheet, like...
She's gonna be like...
And, like, think about it. As you're waiting to go to your next maze, you could just go walk around, fuck it, let's go get some food, let's chill or something, you know? Yep.
Okay.
That's a little hack.
All right. I don't know if I'll cut that out for you or not, because I might use it. But... Damn, that shit sounds crazy how you guys can really just do that. But you're right, though, because, like... For us, like you said, it is mostly because it's dry. Because, like, even if you just go down to your beach and walk down and see your crackheads, like, at least you got, like, the beach right there. And you can, like, chill in the sand. Like, that shit sounds so nice.
Like, Venice. Like, last time we went to Cali, we were like, fuck, what do we do? Because it's, like, there's so much shit to do over there that you don't know what to do. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? Let's get high as fuck. Let's go to Venice. Because when you go to Venice, you see nothing but crackheads. And that shit's just funny as fuck.
No, dude. And yet, over here, it's, like... We really don't have, like, it's always the same thing, and it's, like, at least down there, like, you got new, like, little stands up, new people bring out new shit. Like, dude, the amount of food that was on that fucking pier was insane. You know how much shit I wanted to eat that night? Like, me and my man were just going in. Like, I got fruity pebbles ice cream with churros and like sprinkles, all kinds of shit. I'm like, dude, this shit is so fucking bomb for like $3. I know Cali's expensive, but for that whole 2 scoops of ice cream, 2 whole ass churros, like the cereal and everything for $3. Meantime, okay, I love my eloteros, but y'all be crazy now. Like, the eloteros gotta pick up their prices too, pero tampoco no mames. Like, there's eloteros now that, like, will charge me $4 or $5 for a corn. Like, that's crazy,
no, you
bro.
think the pier has hella food? Go to downtown LA. Just park, walk around downtown LA. You'll see food stands all over.
Delete. But people also say, well, we do also have, like, good food here in Vegas, honestly. And, like, I feel like now our foodie, like, we're becoming more of a foodie place now.
You guys have a lot of good food trucks.
We do. I know for Cali, they have for sure the food stands. Do the seafood. I'm not even going to talk about it because I'm trying not to go buy crab next week, dude. Like, that just sounds so good. But, all right. Were you going to say something else right now about that? All right. Let's go ahead and, yeah, other than that, we had sinkholes. We had the blue moon. You said you seen it?
Yeah.
I tapped out. I was knocked the fuck out. How was it?
So I had to force myself to stay up because I'm like, I want to make moon water. Like, I've never done this before. And I was looking up how the fuck to do it. And since my window in my room faces towards the street, I had a perfect view of the moon. Like, it was shining to my window. So I put water in front of, like, my window right there. And I looked at it. Like, it was very full. I don't know. I don't want to say it was very blue because it just looked bright to me.
Yeah, people were saying it's just brighter. Yeah. It's not actually blue.
But, yeah, I think the next day, I'm not going to lie, I did feel a little off, though. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it was me, like, kind of putting that in my head. Mm-hmm. But I did feel kind of weird. I can't explain it.
You didn't feel it, like, the night of? Mm-mm. It was the next day?
I just felt very uneasy the next day. Like, I felt like, you know that feeling when you know something's about to happen? It was that type of feeling.
Was it, like, good or bad?
I don't know. Like, that's the thing. Like, it just felt so uneasy to me.
The thing is, you get to choose. Like, right now, like, we're going through a transition. So it's like, you get to choose how you want your transition to be. You get to choose whether it's going to be good or bad. And that's why it's like, just have good energy and that shit's going to come back to you. Because it feels good. Like, I felt that too. But I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to let it scare me. I'm just going to take it and make it what I want it to be. Mm-hmm. So,
manifest
but that night was like, I didn't really feel nothing throughout my day. But like, at one point, like when I did get home and stuff, I was just like, I was trying to make a TikTok for us. And then like, I didn't have no more storage on my phone. So I just ended up, let me get some. Once I seen you making a snowman, I wanted some. And then like, what was it?
We're playing with Play-Doh right now.
Yeah. Guys. But damn, Savannah, where was I at?
You're saying how during the day, like you didn't really feel nothing.
I didn't have no storage on my phone, so I started deleting shit. And I went like up because I'm like, dude, all the old pictures aren't gonna mean shit to me now. So I was going through old pictures and stuff, going through deleting stuff, and like, I just started seeing like a lot of the screenshots that I had were just like messages with my exes and stuff. And so like I was going through them and I'm like, damn, dude, like it's crazy how like all the different relationships that I've been in, all the people that I've let into my life, like all their experiences, all their emotions, like that all was in my life at one point. And I was like reading over them, and dude, with some of them I was like cold as fuck, or I'm like, damn, like why, if they would have exposed me at that moment, like I would have looked like such a fucking dumbass. There was one where I was all like I don't know how exactly how I put it, but basically I had fucked the dude that I was texting, and I was like, oh, but yeah, with your homie, aka my ex. I'm like, damn, bitch, like you really even put the aka my ex, like who the fuck was, like, I didn't know who I meant in the messages, but I was like, damn, dude, like, it's crazy how when we're kids, we can say such dumbass things. Even right now, we can say such dumbass things, and it's like,
it won't really catch on to us.
Yeah, but it's like, it really is, like, people do grow and change, like, no matter what, because it's like, you yourself, if you go through your phone right now and go through old shit, you're telling me you yourself have not grown and changed just a little bit. You put a face on him. And it's like, it was just so like, it just started making me think about shit. And like I guess I was just going through a reminiscing little thing that day. So it was like that whole day was just like reminiscing on what happened before and just processing all and like taking it for what it was. And like just accepting like, okay, I still have these people in my life, like everything's still good, like, but it wasn't nothing negative. It was just literally like just a process type of day. And then the next day was like, okay, now I know, like it was kind of like a little awakening type of thing where it's like, just take things for what they are and like just see what happens. And like I'm trying to like take things like on a brighter tone in a way. But other than that, that's what the moon did for me. And then we almost drowned. So how about you? Well, you already said what the moon did. How was your moon water? Like, did you feel, you said that was your first time, no?
I feel like
a little fly was sitting right there taking a dip.
I feel like
he's like, thank you, Savannah.
I was thinking maybe like, what if that's why I felt so uneasy? Like, what if moon water is a real fucking thing and it did some shit to me? Like, because I'm telling you, like that whole day,
if you put your intentions in on it and your energy, it will work for you.
Like that whole day, it just felt like I was filled with so much emotion that it was like sitting on my chest, like that anxiety feeling. And I still don't know why I was feeling that way. Like it eventually, like it would come down throughout the day, come back up, but like I don't know, I just felt so weird. Well, it kind of
was like me then, because like I said, it wasn't like bad, but the feeling and everything was still there. You kind of just gotta process through it, and that's probably why I was like, that's probably what it was doing for both of us, or it was just bringing us through everything so we could sit down and actually process through it. Because there's shit, dude, that like when I was reading it, like I was even looking at my like messages with my exes from like shit like high school type of shit, and I'm like, damn, dude, like I really did not process really what this put me through. And I was sitting there, I'm like, wow, like I know I was young, and you know, like when you're young, those relationships like aren't that serious, but it was still like I still never took the time to mentally process what everything was going on. And right now that I'm sitting down and reading it, I'm like, damn, like I was really there at one point.
I think because like at the time, especially high school relationships, like it made to us now, well at least for me, like
those are like probably the ones that mold us the most.
Yeah, I think back then like it hurt because it's like, damn, like I didn't really know the feeling of love yet. Like every guy that came into my life at those ages is like,
and we thought
we're gonna be forever type shit, and it's not like that. But now, like being older and looking back at it, it's like I didn't have to feel the way I did at that age, but I did, you know.
It doesn't disregard the feelings. It's just like at the same time we were still feeling it, but it's like, imagine little us, we were barely dealing with it, and like if we look back on it now, we're still kind of like processing it, because like at the end of the day, those were lessons in a way. Like you're always, no matter who it is, friendship, family, relationship, everybody comes into your life for a reason, whether it's to show you a little something, teach you a lesson, give you some love, show you some guidance, like, and maybe that person hurt you, but it's still like, you know what, I got something out of this. So shout out to the blue moon.
Shout out to those ones in high school that taught me some shit. That gave me trust issues and shit, but we're good.
Who knows how they feel? Maybe they look back on themselves and they're probably doing the same thing. Like, damn, I remember when I dated this.
I remember that bitch, Savannah.
I remember when I dated her. Damn, I probably shouldn't have not done this. Or damn, we actually had a good thing going. Maybe I was, you know, but because like I'm sure there was things that me and you both did to those people. Like I said, I literally said, I'm like your homie. Like, okay, like I really want to know who I was talking about, because it was like a not saved number that I was texting. And I was like, damn, bitch, like you were wild, and you could have screenshot that shit real quick on your ass. You should have looked
it up on Cash App.
No, bitch, I don't want to know. It still has his middle school picture. But yeah, so yeah, Mexico was flooded. What the fuck? Vegas also got flooded. Did you like see anything crazy when you were going through it? I was driving in Centennial, and it was honestly not as bad as what everybody was posting down here.
No, on this side, it was bad. I think it's because, like, I had seen on TikTok, too, that, like, the north side and the east side gets it bad because...
Dude, my homegirl sent a picture of my street, and the street was gone.
Dude.
I got home, and there was mud everywhere.
I was so fucking scared that... Because I went down Owens, and it was bad. Like, I was so scared that we were gonna get stuck in my coworker's car, and I was gonna be like,
did the water like go high up on her car?
No, like, luckily, like we were obviously going through some deep ass puddles, but it wasn't like that one girl that we seen on TikTok. Yeah, she had it bad.
Her whole car was in there.
She had a bad fucking day. I feel bad for her.
Yeah, for you guys that were like having to walk through that water, I hope you showered, because all I could think about when I seen girls going through all that water was all that dirty water going in my coochie. That shit was, because okay, I don't know if I said this on the pod, but like when I was in Mexico, we used to love playing like in the water and stuff, and like we would throw eggs on each other and flour when it would rain. We would make cakes out of ourselves. And so like one time we were outside playing, and it was like starting to kind of flood too, so we were like stepping on the puddles, throwing shit on each other. The next day, my whole body was rashed up, itchy, like red as fuck. And I told my grandma, she's like, I told you not to play in that dirty ass water. So that literally brings me, like, when I see those people walking through that shit, I'm like, fuck, dude, like all that dirty water hitting your coochie,
all the UTIs and shit.
Like, imagine, like, okay, dude, I'm scared, like, if I'm gonna step on a needle and like a pile of leaves around here, like, imagine what was floating around in that water, all the poop.
Ew. I've seen this one video, these hats, what the fuck, these rats literally holding on for their life, like on a fence as the water was going through, like the, what's it called, like the
poor Ratatouille,
the fucking
the sewers,
yeah, the sewers,
or the drainage, like down there. They were holding on.
Holding
We're
on.
Here?
Mm-hmm. This guy recorded it.
Got shit on us.
He was like, poor rats holding on for dear life. And in the comments,
makes us seem ghetto, bitch. Don't say that.
No, but I think what's scary too is the fact that like there's a lot of homeless people that live in these sewage. Like,
oh well, yeah. When they turn on the water, they even say like, "Dude, some of us don't make it." Imagine
they get taken in that water and like end up missing.
Cause the rain literally started like just bam, like it didn't even ease into it, just like fast as fuck.
They had to put caution tape. The video I seen, it looked like it was on the strip, but one of those sewage drains right there or whatever, and the police were right there, ambulance, like they had to like caution it off because there's been a few like homeless people going missing right now because they get taken with the water. Like, imagine you're just sleeping and you're like, oh shit,
you just
like,
start drowning.
Yeah,
you're probably some people who like don't wake up for shit or like
or super drugged out.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, they're just so out of it that they don't even process what the fuck is going on. Like that one girl where she's asleep and her mom pours water or something, and she's like, "Hello," like she just wakes up with water drying. You seen that video?
No, but
yeah, one of her friends poured water. Like, this girl was sleeping and I guess her friend poured water on her, and like it was like a shit ton of water, bitch. Like, I would have woke up choking, but she woke up and she was like, "Hello?" Like, okay.
Like, no, but like, just imagine how scared like they must have been. It makes me feel bad because like at the end of the day, they're people, you know. Yeah. They're still human.
Yeah, dude. Yesterday I had a real like one of those moments that makes you feel really grateful. Like, me and my man were sitting down eating chicken wings, right? It's the story always starts off with me and my man were eating, right? So,
you know, the food was good though if you guys had a deep talk.
No, it wasn't even like that. So we were like we were supposed to go out and eat with like his friends, but like since the rain was coming out, we had to fix some stuff in our storage. So we ended up going to go get Wingstop all late and shit. So we went to the one on Charleston, and like we were sitting down eating, right? And then there was this dude outside, like this homeless guy. Like, okay, we were right at the window where we were sitting. Right outside the window was a trash can. This homeless man started opening up all the boxes looking for food. And I was like, damn, bro, like I just paid my bills right now. Honestly, I shouldn't even be eating this. And I was like, fuck, like I want to get him food. And so I was like, all right, I might just do it. Fuck it. And so like at the end, like when I was about to get up and do it, like I just seen him like start kind of like tweaking out a little bit. And I was like, I'm kind of scared of you, because like I am now terrified of people who are on drugs. Like, I've been through some shit to where I cannot personally be around somebody on, like, I smoke and shit, but if you're on anything like extreme, like, I don't know, you kind of make me uncomfortable. So like I was like, dude, honestly, I told my man, I was like, I want to get him something, but it's like I was also scared. And he's like, well, you don't have to make yourself feel uncomfortable. Like at the end, like he ended up like just leaving, and some guy like ended up going up to him. Like, he came from the gas station, and I seen him like go up to him. So I guess he did end up getting something. But I kind of was, and that same day, like yesterday, this lady was like eating her lunch, and she was praying while she was eating her lunch, and I wanted to like hug her for some reason, but I was just like, that whole day, like, that's what I'm saying. I feel like right now I'm going through a transition where it's like I'm taking everything for what it is, but I'm also being shown that I should like be grateful for what I have. Because like, bitch, we make jokes that like, you know, we're having like Maruchan struggle type of deals, or like we're eating like fucking tuna for lunch type of shit, but it's like, at least we have that. And I felt like how would you have felt eating and some dude's literally picking through trash right in front of you looking for like at least a fucking bite? Like, I felt so bad, dude.
Yeah, I hate eating in front of people that don't got it like that. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind getting like homeless people or anybody that needs food. Like, I don't mind buying them food, but when it comes to them asking for money, I don't like giving out money.
I'd rather give you something you
can have.
Because that's why I was like, I'm not gonna give them money, I'm gonna give them food. But
when it comes to like homeless or just people on the streets, like, you don't know their intentions with that money. I don't want to be the reason why you're I don't want my money to be the reason why you go and get some drugs yourself. With it and stuff. Dude, yeah,
that's what it was like when I was dating my ex. Like, I would want him to have stuff, but I'm like, dude, I can't even trust you no more with this because I don't know what you're gonna use it for, and I refuse to be part of the reason that you hurt yourself the way you hurt yourself, because it sucks. And then there would be times like, oh, you're such a bitch, like, I thought it was me and you, and you're supposed to have my back. It's like, I do, and that's exactly why I'm doing it. And like, a lot of the times, like, people would just say, like, that's why, like, when I do see homeless and I see them like bug out or like I know they're on something, I'm like, I can't even feel bad, because it's like, when I was in that situation, people would tell me, look, I've had, like, in their perspectives, or like, I've had family and friends, and when people would tell me it was their own family, they're like, at some point you just have to let them hit that rock bottom, because they will only have to do it for themselves, and it's hard. It's so fucking hard. So like, when people would tell me that, I'm like, that's kind of what like got me out of that funk, to like, all right, this dude's not gonna fix himself with me, I'm gonna have to leave him and let him do his thing. But like, it, like, that kind of also changed my mindset with like the homeless type of thing. Like, okay, like, if they're already, I see what they're doing, and like, then like, there's times, bitch, where people are like, where you give a homeless person a food and they're like, I don't want that shit. Like, I've had that happen to me. I felt bad. I'm like damn.
That one scene. Have you seen the first Scary Movie?
I've seen all of them. So just remind me of the scene that you're about to tell me.
The first Scary Movie, when Cindy, that homeless guy comes up to them, asks for $1,
and doesn't he throw it at her?
She gives him a sandwich, and she was like, "Oh, like, he was just hungry," and he throws it back. He's like, "I asked for $1, you bitch," and he throws a sandwich at her fucking head.
Dude, those movies are so out of pocket and so funny. They're not gonna make no more, are they? They should. I don't think so. I feel like they have to.
Cause like, even like,
manifest this, Savannah. You're the queen of wahaha.
Cause like, I had seen this interview with the Wayne brother, and they were talking about like a second white chicks, yeah. Yeah. And he was like, it's hard to make those type of movies in this generation, cause people are so like they take things wrong now. Like, it's not funny to them anymore.
Dude, I had just watched. Do you watch like the stand-up comedies, like the Netflix specials and stuff like that? No? Oh my god, dude, you're missing out. Those are so fucking funny. I knew the generations were fucked up when I seen Kevin Hart have to explain himself before he even gave a joke. It was like this week, me and my man were watching one of Kevin Hart's like stand-up comedy shows, and it was here in Vegas, and he's all like, look, I'm here to make jokes. I don't give a fuck, yada, yada, yada. But I did catch him where at one time he was all like, look, I'm going to tell y'all a joke, but remember, I'm joking. Like, the fact that comedians nowadays have to be like, look, bitch, these are all jokes. Like, we can't just take jokes no more. Like, it's insane. And now he said that in the interview when he was making the white chicks that.
Yeah, because I guess someone had asked him, like, is there going to be another white chicks? Because that has always been a rumor, like, that there was.
I thought there was. It's not confirmed or nothing?
No.
Oh, damn.
And that he was just saying, like, with today's generation, like, people don't take stuff as a joke anymore. Like, they take it out of proportion now. So that's why I don't think there would even be any more scary movies, because people just don't know how to handle a joke anymore.
But then again, those movies weren't even like at the level where they were offensive. Or am I just like not fucking acknowledging none of that?
Because I think they were. I think they're funny as fuck.
I think they were funny, and they weren't really offensive.
Especially like Anna Faris, she's fucking funny, bro.
And it's like, when they were offensive, they would talk about themselves. Like, if they're making white jokes, it was a white girl saying it. If they were making black jokes, it was a black girl saying it. Like, it wasn't like they would have other people saying it to the other person, you know? I think for Scary Movie, they're not in that level where like it should be offensive. They're just funny and stupid.
Maybe I could see white chicks being that way because they're putting a white face on, you know? Because if it was the other way around, it would be offensive if it was the other way around. Wouldn't it?
This is true. Yeah. This is very true. But it's white chicks. Yeah. Shut up. Nobody can touch white
chicks. It's the Wayne brothers.
Literally. Dude, That movie will always be classic. Until I learn that dance, I don't know what to do with myself. I'm gonna do that dance at a club one day. Like, you're telling me it's not iconic if you bust that move out?
Yeah, I fucking love that movie.
All right, but like, so speaking of like movies and stuff like that, you know how like everything's going on in Hollywood right now?
Yeah.
So back then when like Jersey Shore and everything was like going down, like who was it? It was Jersey Shore, Teen Mom, like all those shows. Mm-hmm. And when they came out, that was around the same time when Hollywood was like at that point again to where they were like on strike type of thing. So now people are looking at it like, if this goes on any longer, we're gonna have to go back to watching reality TV or like cartoonish type of deals. Are you a reality TV person?
If I'm gonna watch a show, I think I prefer it to be more reality TV. Like, I don't like watching those like unrealistic shows like I'm sorry for all the Vampire Diaries lovers, but
you never.
I don't like watching shit like that. It doesn't catch my attention, or like.
But you never tried it.
No, or okay, like Pretty Little Liars, like it doesn't catch my attention. I don't know. I think I am more of like reality TV or more shows that are realistic. Like, I just watched this show called The Idol. Have you heard of it?
No.
With Johnny Depp's daughter in it and The Weeknd?
No. Well,
oh my God.
What is it about? Wait, he's in a reality TV show?
It's not reality TV, but it's one of those shows that it's like, okay, this is realistic type shit. You get me?
Okay.
But yeah, anyone who hasn't watched it, I recommend it, unless you're very triggered with certain shit in there, because it is a lot of like uneasy scenes, like sex wise.
Oh, okay.
But like shows like that, like I'm into. Jersey Shore, I love Jersey Shore. The Hills.
Do you watch like any like Housewives type of stuff?
No, but you know what I did used to watch? I used to love watching those shows where like they rebuild homes.
Oh yes, dude. And there was some where the people would be like, eh. Like they walk into their home and they're like, what the fuck did you do?
I was like 10, like getting ready for school watching this shit. Like, I used to love watching those shows.
Literally, bro. And they would like move the bus or something, and they would show the house. Yeah, that shit was, I like those. Now you just unlocked a memory in my head, because I remember that. Yes. Meantime, we're over here like, how should this look? Because it doesn't look like episode 7 on that show and shit.
So do you think that like, since there is a strike and everything, like YouTube's gonna be popping again? Because I feel like I used to be on YouTube all the fucking time, dude.
Now now I don't really go on there.
Yeah, nothing really like catches my attention on there, because I feel like the people that I was watching, like 8-7 years ago, their viewers have definitely dropped. Like, their videos aren't like how they used to be. Like, I used to watch the Ace family all the fucking time when they first started becoming known, and now it's like I haven't watched a video from them since like 2 years ago. I
used to watch Minecraft videos, like Sky does Minecraft and his whole crew.
I used to watch like those family like couple channels.
No, for sure, like the video games where I was at. We were on 2 different sides of YouTube.
I think definitely people on YouTube now though, there's a lot of dark secrets behind like the people that have these high numbers on their channels.
Like, what's it called? There was like, well, we talked about the Ace family, how he did that with his daughter. Mm-hmm. There's also like the 8 passenger, yeah. 8 passenger. Yeah. No? Okay, so her name was Ruby. What? Ruby? Let me see. We'll pull it up for you guys real quick.
It's just you don't know what goes on behind scenes when it comes to these YouTubers.
Like, imagine everybody has their conspiracies about like, oh, Hollywood this and like everything that's going on with them. But like, those are big ass things. Imagine for small ass people that like are trying to make their own thing and like have more, that it's more easier for them to hide shit. Like, yeah. Her name is Ruby Frankie. She's a mom of 8. I haven't seen anything about the father in there. Have you?
No, I think it's more her. I feel like I never watched their YouTube channel. I didn't hear about them until like this came out. Mm-hmm. But the clips I have seen, the dad doesn't really seem like he's in on it. But basically, she was arrested for abuse charges on her children because one of her kids, I don't know, she had them locked up in a room or something.
Well, he had tape marks around his hands, so he was tied up somewhere.
But he escaped and ran to a neighbor's home and told him, and like was begging for water and food because he was so malnourished. And imagine, dude, like they have some young kids too, like eight of them. I think the oldest is already 18, I think. But
so basically this family is like a YouTube channel, and they like to post little clips of themselves. They had apparently a lot of views and stuff, but like Savannah, we're not on YouTube like that to know about this, but it was on the news and everything. And yeah, he escaped. They ended up calling the cops, and it ended up coming out the children have actually been asking for help for years, trying to expose their mother because she wasn't feeding them, she was doing bad things to them. And yeah, when it was on video, they would try to say stuff like, there's a clip where he's all like, you took away my room for how long? A couple months or a year? Oh, yeah,
and he was like sleeping on the floor or something.
On the beanbag. Yeah. And like, she was just like, she's like laughing about it. She's like, I don't think they know about that. But like, people might take that as like him joking around with his mom type of shit. But it's like, no, that was true. Like
I was really sleeping on a fucking beanbag. I seen this other clip too where one of the kids, they weren't listening or something. She was like, if you don't do this or that, you're not gonna eat. Like, just taking away privileges for them that as a human we need. Like, we need to fucking eat, especially being a child. Like, we need to eat.
Have you ever like been told that? Well, fine, then don't fucking eat shit.
I mean, who hasn't, like, literally, but not in a way where like
I'm not gonna feed you type
my mom would say that maybe if she made something I didn't like it, she's like, all right, then don't fucking eat my food. Then literally, but she's never been like, oh, you don't want to listen to me, all right, you can't eat, go up to your room. Like, nah, that's child abuse.
It would be like if it weren't that, like, oh, then you're not, like how you said, if you don't like what I made, then don't eat at all. It was either that or like, let's say like I was mad, I'm like, I'm not gonna eat no more. My mom would be like, you better eat this fucking food that I made your ass. Like, you ain't gonna not eat. Sit your ass down and come eat this food. Literally.
I've seen this video too where one of her youngest daughters was like, she was being mean to her brother or something, and the mom was recording her, and she was like, how would you like it if I did this to you? And was pushing her, like nudging her in her chest, like pushing her back multiple times. And she's just like, no, I wouldn't like it. Like, I don't like that. And she's like, okay, then don't do it to other people. But it's like, I don't think that's how you should discipline your kids at all. Like, you're showing them what they shouldn't do in a way that you're doing it back to them. Like, I don't think that's okay.
Like, monkey see, monkey do. So it's like, if you're doing that to her to show her a lesson, well, next time her brother fucking throws something at her, she's gonna be like, how did you like it? And fucking chucks it at him too.
Exactly.
That's crazy. Who knows, like, how much shit they've actually gone through. Like, right now that it's fresh, who knows what they're gonna uncover and shit like that.
Yeah, because that's just shit shown on like camera,
and that wasn't that far.
Yeah, that's just stuff that you would see on camera. Like, there's so much that has, like, she was literally tying them up behind camera. Like, she would probably force them just to be on the video when she would record. Like, oh, if you don't record this video with me, because she knows that's her way of making money. She knows, all right, this is a family channel. If I don't have my family in it, I'm not making shit, you know? That's sad.
I wonder if it started off like they were down for it, and then they're like, Mom, I'm kind of like done with this. And then she's like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Because like where they showed where they live, like it was in Utah, and it was like just like that house or like another house next to her, and everything was just desert,
like middle of fucking nowhere.
Imagine if she's like, all right, you want to sleep your ass outside with these coyotes, like on some type of shit like that. But that's crazy, the fact that like he literally had to, like, the fact that he escaped his house. What the fuck? Like, okay, so were they not going to school? Did she have them homeschooled? Like, school started and this just happened, no? Like, when did this come out?
I feel like a mom like that probably would have her kids homeschooled. And I mean, look at the way they're living. Like, I'm pretty sure
it just came out because the video I just seen about it was like a day ago, and it's still pretty fresh.
My thing is though, like, where is the dad in all of this? Because I really do think, like, was he in on it? But I see only she was charged for it. Like, I don't see nothing about the dad.
She was the one holding the camera in most of the videos I seen.
Yeah, it's true.
That's fucked up. Would you ever be down to make a family channel? Like, let's say, like, you just had your baby and they're at the point where they still don't got a choice for shit. Like, would you make it? Like, would you be down for that type of stuff? Or no?
I don't know, because like I feel like I've always been down to do like a couple channel with someone that would be down with it, but I'm really shy at myself, so I don't even see myself putting myself on camera. But when it comes to like exploiting children, like that's different to me. I don't know if I would feel comfortable with that, because there is a lot of weirdos out there.
Dude, I just seen a movie this week too. Fuck. It was kind of like a Freaky Friday type of deal with like Ryan Reynolds and I forgot this. Fuck, I really wish I knew what the movie was called. But like basically, this guy in the movie has twins, right? A boy and a girl. I don't even know. Like it made me uncomfortable. But in the movie, like when he was changing the Pampers, it showed the boy's little thing, and it showed the girl's under her pants type of deal, like the babies. And like it showed that, and I was just like, in my head, that was the first time I've ever seen baby genitalia on a movie.
Wait, sorry to interrupt you. Are you talking about the switch up?
Is it where like these two friends change lives, and like one's like one's
like
actor,
a player and shit, and one's like the family man?
Yeah.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so how did you feel when you seen that? Because I have never seen a movie where they show baby genitalia.
I remember that, but
no, it clear as day showed the baby's her little legs open for like a solid like 10-15 seconds on camera, and it showed the baby boy's like little thing on camera for a good minute too. I think.
Damn, I don't. I know what movie you're talking about. I've seen it, but I don't remember. Maybe I wasn't paying attention, because I have watched this movie while like. I like to just put on movies when I'm at work. Half of the time I don't watch it. It's just something I can listen to, but. That's weird. I don't understand how like whose ever childs those are, like the parents, how they allow that shit.
That was it. I was like, maybe I'm just weird for me being uncomfortable by it, but weird. I was like, I've never seen that before, and we were watching, and I looked at my man, and I was like, are you serious right now? Like they have this?
Because I feel like
it blew my mind.
Like growing up in that industry, you realize like. Obviously, I'm pretty sure they're gonna find out when they're older. All the movies they've been in and shit from a child, like they're gonna see that their body was literally exposed as a young child. That would piss me off at least. Like I would probably eventually be like, "What the fuck?" Like maybe try to sue them for that shit or something, because it's out of my control. Like I didn't have a say in it. I was a kid, you know.
Yeah.
That would definitely piss me off though. But being a parent, I would never like even allow a movie I wouldn't put my babies in that position.
Yeah, because you don't know what's gonna happen.
I don't even think I would want my kids to be actors like at a very young age like that.
Like in the movie The Sound of Freedom, when like I guess it really just does happen where people will give their children for like stuff like that for a couple of hours, and like they're like, you know what, we're gonna do this with your kids, they're gonna learn this and that, we can have the parents here. Like for me, like I would be down to put my babies and stuff like that, but I want to be there, and I want to know what's going on. It's not like, here's my baby, bye. Like no, I would be down, but there's levels to it. Because like, you know how everybody's all like, oh, I bet you have pictures of your baby butt and stuff like that. Like that's like like you could cover it up, but like no, they were full on showing their things, and I don't know, it was just like, that is so crazy to me how that was allowed. And like people think that that's okay. Like okay, what about like, wow, in my head I was like, what if I'm uncomfortable by this, what if there's people that like this type of stuff and they see this movie? Like that's weird as shit. And
that movie is like a adult comedy too.
Yeah, because there was titties everywhere in that movie. I okay, how do you feel like when you're watching movies like that with your partner and there's titties like everywhere? Because this is the thing, I was thinking about it when I was watching this movie. I'm like, there's so many titties on here. How come I can't see a dick? Why isn't there a dick on the screen? Why can't he feel what I feel right now with titties on the screen? Why can't they show me some dick? How come women can expose their titties but man can expose their dick? Like at least show me some balls or something. Like how come we only have to go through this?
I think like when me and you know, like when we would watch movies and shit together and there would be titties pop up on the screen, I wouldn't trip about it. I would probably just make it a joke. I would look at him like, why are you looking? Like, look away.
Yeah.
Cover your eyes.
Like, bitch, I don't see you closing. Like, you know how I told you when I watch scary movies, I'm like this.
But like half of the time I wouldn't even say shit. Like at first I think it would bother me because it's like I don't know, at least for me, when I'm in a relationship at first I'm very insecure. I'm like, damn, like, are you gonna get tired of me? Are you gonna see these bitches' titties and think I want a bitch with titties like that? But after a while,
literally,
after a while, it's kind of just like, whatever, bro. Like, these are bitches on a screen. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? You know, like, I don't really trip about it. I'll just give him that look, like, you better not be feeling the way I think you're feeling right now, type shit.
Literally.
But other than that, I don't really care.
But isn't it true that, like, I never seen a dick on screen? Why can't we see something? Why can't they expose themselves too?
Have I seen a dick? I've seen multiple dicks on screen on Euphoria.
Wait, like, really?
Yeah, like on Euphoria, like,
I'm gonna put
they're
that
in
show on
the locker room and it's dicks everywhere, like dicks in face type shit. Like, yeah.
I'm gonna put that on just to see what episode, bitch. I'm gonna do a test. Cause it really is true. Like, other than Euphoria, like, where have you seen a dick? Like, I've seen a video where this dick gets blown off, but it's not attached to that fool. It just flew off.
I think I've really only
or
seen
like
it
The
on
Hangover.
Maybe 50 Shades of Grey, but you know what? Now that I think about it, I think it's just I see nothing but titties on 50
right?
Shades of Grey. It's always the women exploiting themselves. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why is it girls can show their titties but men can't show some dick?
So if you were an actor, would you feel comfortable exposing your titties?
I don't have titties, so no.
But like, they don't have titties either. There's some, bro. Alexa Demi off Euphoria, Maddie, she has no titties at all because she's really tiny and petite, and she showed her shit.
She has confidence. There's a difference.
I think my boobs are just weird. Like, they're in between, like, they're not little, but they're not big either, and they're just awkward because one is bigger than the other.
Okay, exactly. Because, like, I know people, like, I can see that I have titty. Like, yes, I have titty. Like, I know there's, like, way less than what I have. That is unfortunate. But, like, it's like how you said, it's not big, but it's also not really there either. It's just like
awkward.
And then one boob is bigger than the other, so it's like, okay, like my thing was always like, when I'm older, it'll get better. Never got better.
I'm still waiting, like, for them to fully be grown in,
right?
But you know what? That's why, if I'm being honest, I've been wanting to try birth control because I know a lot of girls, their boobs grow off, like, birth control or drinking hella milk. But I fucking hate milk.
Drinking milk makes your titties bigger?
If you drink a lot of milk, your titties will grow.
Dude, I used to hella drink milk though. Like, it didn't work.
I think the only, you know, I'm not even about to get into my boobs because it's a little insecurity.
That's why I'm like, we're gonna hit the insecurities now. But damn, that fucking happened with the family. They didn't say, like, she got arrested yet or anything, did they? They took her away for sure.
I know she got arrested. I don't know if she's, like, out on bail or anything yet. I mean, it's still recent, so maybe they still, like...
Even one of her daughters made a post. I was like, finally. As they were, like, taking them out of there.
Yep, she definitely got it going for... Imagine for when she hits the fucking prison, though. She's gonna get her ass beat.
You think so?
Yeah. For sure, especially if she's around women. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of women in there that do have kids, and they're like, bro, like, fuck you. I can't even see my own kids because I'm in here, and you had that life to where you had all these kids. Or women that can't even have kids. That would I'm pretty sure it's going to piss off a lot of people.
Because I know, like, for child predators, they for sure get their shit rocked in there, but that's true because you did have 8 children that you put through
and
traumatic
you're a mom,
things.
Like... You were blessed enough to even be able to have a kid on top of that 8.
That's true. They probably will.
Whatever That's her fucking problem.
Happens. Yeah. Karma works in weird ways. Maybe her thing might just be jail. Maybe her thing might losing her kids. But everything's gonna happen slowly but surely. Because it's like, imagine, dude, how like. People were just seeing what they'd seen in the minute videos. And like you said, behind closed doors, they were doing that for years. Like, poor kids. Hopefully they
get their justice.
They get their justice and they get a little help. Because that's a lot of mental damage. Like, for it being your mother to do some shit like that to you. But like, speaking of justice though, shout out to Texas, because Texas has been making up some laws that actually make sense, like the sex offender card on a sex offender priest. That makes sense. Now they came up with a new law, whereas like they require drunk drivers to pay child support if somebody's parents are killed in a car crash.
Do you agree?
I agree. If you kill somebody's parents, I think you should pay for child support, because it's like that wasn't on nobody's plans or fault but yours. Yeah. Do you agree? Because you're giving me like, oh, you agree? Because I'm like,
no, I agree. I agree, because like you said, like that's on them for going out knowing they're intoxicated and being behind the wheel. Like either way, you're gonna kill somebody, but I think it's fucked up to take someone's parents away. You know, that like shit. Because on your part, yeah, you lose your license. Obviously, you're fucking going to jail. You're gonna have all these court fees, court dates, and shit. You could have injuries too. But like, for you to take someone's parents away, dude, like, and I can't even,
like, for the children in cars.
Like, I can't even imagine like losing my parents to a drunk driver, or just losing my parents in general, but to a drunk driver. It's like, you took my parents away from me. Like, you decided to hop in your car drunk as fuck and took someone's life away, you know?
Yeah. And it's like let's say it was like, it's gonna be for sure, how do you say it, like out of nowhere type of feeling. Like it wasn't planned, you didn't expect nothing, and those are the deaths that hurt the most. Like when you're like, wait, what? Like, no way. Like, it's one thing like, oh yeah, he was sick for a long time, yada like yada expecting yada it and stuff. Yeah, other than, oh, my parents went out to go fucking grab me something for school or something, and then they never came back. That shit would suck. And especially like, imagine like, you mentioned Vampire Diaries, bitch, you should watch it. I feel like you'll love it. Like, in that show, like, she was in the car when her parents were dying and stuff. Like, imagine, like, not only do you take away somebody's parents, but like you can see your parents in front of you dying because of some shit like that, and this motherfucker comes out like, ooh, like all fucking drunk and shit.
Like that one fucking I don't know if I mentioned it before, but there's this girl, this lady, I feel like I've mentioned it. Hopefully this like refreshes your memory about it, but there is this lady in California not too long ago, I think maybe the beginning of the year, ending of the year, but she had gotten into an argument with her boyfriend, and she was like super intoxicated. Like, I think she was just drunk, but she had left pissed because, I don't know, whatever the fuck they were arguing about. And she was like flying down these fucking streets. Angry driving. Yeah, angry driving. And she had slammed into like a few cars, maybe like 2 or 3, but she killed this family. She killed the mom, the baby, and she was pregnant. She was pregnant too.
It sounds like my mind wants to grasp this. Like, I have heard of this.
And out of all those people she killed, she fucking lived, bro.
Imagine. She killed the baby too, huh?
And the girl that was pregnant.
That made the baby die too?
Yeah. They all died.
Isn't it in some situations, like, if the mom dies, you can still save the baby?
Yeah, no, but the impact was so bad that it killed everyone in that car that day. And, like, she lived. Like, she made it out with barely any injuries. And she caused all that shit. And it's just, like, shit like that. It's, like...
After that, who do you pay? Like, what happens? There's nobody to pay you. Like, maybe even, like, now that this law passed, okay, like, there's gonna be people that be like, fine, fuck it, I guess, but like, there's gonna be for sure people where they're gonna be like, fuck you, I don't want your money, I want my family back. Like, then what? Like, yeah, you have to pay, you get money, but it's still like, fuck, like, the money ain't gonna fix it.
Yeah,
like,
that's not gonna bring
it is something, but like, emotionally, like, you fucked that person up for life, bitch. Like, you took away that person's parents.
And you know what, this is why I don't even when I get my own car, I don't like being out in the streets late driving around anymore because of that reason. Like, I'm terrified to get into a car accident. I'm terrified to die in one. Like, there's so many reckless drivers, especially out here in Vegas, especially going on. No, but like, especially going down towards the Strip and like Fremont, where everyone's just drunk all the fucking time. Like, you really never know.
Honestly, what's so crazy to me is like, I've been down there and I never really see
like car accidents,
crazy drivers or car accidents like that. Honestly, to be like 100, like not even just fucking around. Like, honestly, I don't think I've ever really seen like fucked up shit like that. I've seen shit here in Vegas, yes, but mostly like on the freeways or the streets. But the Strip is honestly like probably like the most controlled place for that type of shit, because it's like they like the bars are also, so my man told me this too actually this week. I don't know if I said it on the podcast where we were eating and like some bitch was fighting at Applebee's. I think I just told you. She was fucked up.
Yeah, I think
bro.
You told me.
Yeah, no, she was fucked up. And like yeah, like, but my man told me, like, he's all like, look, like, it's okay, like, now either way, because we were supposed to leave like around the same time they were gonna leave, but I was like, I'm kind of scared to be on the road if these people are on the road. He's like, it's okay, like, regardless, like, bars are supposed to, like, if they see that you are not able to drive and you don't give them your keys, they're supposed to call the cops, because if not, that's a liability on them.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
So Vegas is probably more like watching you more than you think, because we're liable for you fuckers that are coming into our city.
I didn't know that. Well, especially in Cali, like, I don't know if you've been out there, right?
Yeah.
They fucking drive so fast over there.
Dude,
like,
Cali is scary. Like,
on the freeways.
I thought I drove fast, but I'm like, damn, like, this is y'all's regular. Like, okay, we're gonna get there.
I remember when my dad had lent me and my ex his car when we were out there one weekend. And I had it, obviously I'm not the one that could drive, like I couldn't control it, but I had to keep telling him, like, look, you need to pay attention to the fucking how fast you can go, because it's not like Vegas. I was like, the streets are smaller and you need to really pay attention, because people will fucking fly past you and like rear end the fuck out of you if you're not paying attention.
Are you serious? You're supposed to be watching for people zoom in?
Yeah, because over there, like, there's so many reckless drivers, and like the city's so big too that like
it's probably because all of you guys are like just in such a rush, since your point A to point B is so far away from yourselves, you know. That's true. Yeah, no, for sure. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I know y'all drive crazy, but I feel like that's my element, because the second I hit the Cali freeways, I'm like, all right, I can roll with this. Like, I had my mother-in-law in the back, like, this bitch is really hitting 100 right now with me in the car. Yes, bitch, you're in my car. You see everybody else, they're still passing me. Like, bitch, we ain't really going nowhere. Like, they're past us.
I think I just have, like, really bad anxiety to the point where that's why I don't like being out driving around, because like, even especially it's specifically on the weekends, I don't like being out at night driving around. I like to just go to point A, point B, because I'm terrified, not of like when I'm with you guys, I'm not terrified of you doing something, I'm terrified of someone around us.
Dude, that's exactly like I've been in car crashes. I know I could be doing my 110%, but somebody else can be fucking up and be giving me 50 and fuck me over. Like, I know what you're saying, because there's times where I'm like in the passenger seat and I'm like gripping onto shit, because I'm like, fuck, because like it's different when you're not in control.
Yeah,
like I'm more calm when I'm behind the wheel, but like I don't like to drive at night. I can't really see at night, so like I'll be gripping onto shit, or I'm like hitting my fake brakes, and like but meantime my man's all like, dude, you're being dramatic, like we're fine. But me myself, because I know people are stupid and can do dumb shit around me, and I've been through shit, I'm like, yeah, I'm scared of what people might do around us.
It's like, I trust you, I just don't trust other people around.
Yeah. Well, at least like that new law, like that's what I'm saying, like Texas is really making some laws that are like out of the box, but they make sense. Like, they're not like your basic gun regulations. No, like we're getting into like specifics now, and that's good though, because like at least like that, like if that child does need help with their mental later on, like that money that they're getting could fucking help them, or like. But then again, it's also like, does that stop them from going in the system? No. So like, will people adopt those children because they're gonna get the money from that too?
I hope like when it comes to stuff like that though, like I hope they have a family member that would be able to take them in.
Yeah, at least like that, nobody is like using this against people's like,
because I think like about my sister, and I'm like, God forbid anything were to happen to my parents, she's coming with me. Like,
yeah, that's what I like. Have you? I think I asked you this before. Where it was like, have you ever been told like, oh, if something happens to us, you're in charge of your siblings?
I don't think we talked about that before.
I asked you one time and you're like, no, but I forgot how you responded, but we did ask this. But like right now that you're saying it, do you feel like that, like if something does happen to my parents, like I do for sure have to take one of my siblings, or if not all of them?
I would take all my siblings in. Like for me, I only have one like blood one I would really have to take in, but I would take her in because I know that like I don't want her to feel uncomfortable. Because at least for me, like, I don't know, maybe it's just me being an awkward kid, but there would be certain family members. An awkward
kid as she's 20, 21. Like, okay.
Like, there would be some family members that, like, yeah, you're my grandma. Yeah, you're my aunt. You're my uncle. But I don't fully feel comfortable being around you guys. I don't fully feel comfortable asking you guys to take me somewhere to get me food. And I feel like I'm the only one that my sister would feel comfortable with. And I would just want her to feel comfortable like with me, you know?
Yeah, because it's like I don't want to be around in my little booty shorts around my grandma. Like, there's like certain stuff that you do at home that it's like, you know, I wouldn't do that at my aunt's or my grandma's house, or, you know, some shit like that. I get what you're saying. That's true. But then again, hopefully none of these are all like hypotheticals. Yeah. And hopefully shit like this doesn't happen. It does suck though, because like I know parents' biggest fear is losing their child. Because, like, I've had family and stuff where, like, my cousins and stuff go. And, like, all you ever hear them say is, like, it's not supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be the other way around. They're supposed to bury me. I'm not supposed to bury them. Yeah. So, shit like that is for sure crazy. And, like, it's crazy how, like, there's people going through this type of stuff with this situation, like, about the law and stuff. And then there's people like that mom, like Ruby, where she's completely mistreating her kids. All right, let's go ahead and dive into, our period app segment. So with this app, you explain this one, I'll explain the dreams.
So basically with the app, it's a women's app, and it's basically like a chat room where you could discuss, like, there's different things you could discuss on there: pregnancy, periods,
any questions we have about our bodies.
And you get answers on there if you ever if you ever have a question about something specific, whether it's your woman's body or like your partner, look that shit up on there.
You could ask the girls on there and people can reply to you and just comment stuff. So it's like, it is a little chat room for girls to go ahead and talk about more intimate things. So Savannah, what's your question?
Mine is, so this kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Sharing baby pics on socials. What decision have you come to? Okay.
Do you want to answer first, or do I answer first?
You can answer first.
Okay. For me, like, I know I would for sure be posting my baby. Like, who's not going to want to show their little, like, guy, like, oh, look, he's here. Bink. Like, I'd be down, but, like, at the same time, like, I feel like I would handle it the same way as I do my relationship. Like, I don't really, like, I'll post me and my man going out and stuff, but I'm very, like, I don't really like to show him, because, like, I feel like I don't really like to show what's important to me. Like, I don't like to show my man. I don't like to show my car. I don't like to show, like, any projects that I'm working on, because I believe heavily on, like, the evil eye and, like, people looking at your stuff and giving you negative energy. So, like, I feel like I'll take that same mindset as to, like, posting my kid. Like, I could post, like, yeah, we're out here, like, balling up, like, at the park or something, but, like where I'll post them all the time, I don't think so. Like for sure, like, intimate things like bath times, or like maybe we'll record stuff for us. Like, I know I have videos of my baby sister's, like, first shower, like, well, like, not her shower, but, like, her first little bath and stuff, like, and there's, like, stuff that I wouldn't want people to see on those, but it's like I would have that type of videos, like, for just me and him, like, for us to have, or, like, bath time, or, like, changing time. Like, I'll have stuff like that for us, but, like, I wouldn't necessarily post that type of stuff. And if I do, it's gonna be like, we're gonna have, like, a little fucking, like, filter or something to cover, like, any explicit stuff. But yeah, I would for sure post, but not as much as, like, most people do. And as far as like making content with children, I wouldn't necessarily want that unless like that's something that them themselves choose to do later on in the future. Like I for sure would want to monitor and like not let them like post videos of themselves, like little TikToks or like skits, like sure, but I would want to go through it and make sure that it's appropriate enough to where there's no sickles that can like do weird shit with this, you know. But yeah, so I'm kind of like, I'm just like I'm down, but in certain, like I'd have certain rules type of shit. So how about you?
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like obviously I would want to post my baby, you know. I would want people to know like I'm a mother now. But when it comes to like posting their face and stuff, like I have this friend, she just had her baby like a year ago, and she posts her baby, but she does not ever post her face. She does not ever like, she always has her face covered, and it's like,
oh really, like emoji type of stuff.
And it's like, I understand, like I'm not a mom yet, but I could see like from her point, like there is a lot of weirdos out there. There is a lot of people that, because when you put a picture on the internet, it stays on the internet forever. Even
if you take it down, it's still there.
You don't know who's sharing that picture. You don't know who's taking screenshots of that picture.
There's times where I accidentally save posts, like when I'm scrolling or something or going to my messages, and I'm like, why is this in my saves? Or like I'll catch myself where it's like, okay, this was saved. I'm like, what? Like,
and I think it shows you too if people save it. I don't
think
it
guys.
I don't think it shows who it is, but it does show like on your analytics, yeah, that people have saved it. So like it's stuff like that scares me, but I don't think I would ever I don't think it would be to the point where I would never post my child. I would just obviously have it very restricted.
Now that you say it like that, where she's over here doing her stuff in a specific way, what happens when it comes to like their father doing whatever the hell he wants and posting the baby? Like,
definitely, that's something I wonder how that would be. You have to talk about them. Like, I would hope that my partner would respect the fact that I don't want my child out there either.
This is true.
But then again, like, I also think too, like, I could control what me and my partner not post. Ooh, but what about their family? What about mine or their family? Like, it's stuff like that. Like, fuck, I don't even have kids, and that stresses me out.
Because you know grandma want to post everything about the baby. Like,
it's just shit like that kind of stresses me out, because it's like,
oh, like, talk about that one girl you were just telling me right now, the podcast girl where her family was sharing her coochie picture. Yeah.
So if you guys don't know, there's this YouTuber called, and her name is Brampty, and she has a little podcast. To me, though. I know who you're talking about. She has like 2 twins and 1 daughter and her husband or whatever. They've been doing this for a while, this YouTube shit, but they just recently started up a podcast. And I was listening to it, and she was saying that her and her mother-in-law never seen eye to eye at first. Like, it was just always just, you just know, energy. Yeah, they didn't get along at first. And when they were having their first child, she didn't want them in the delivery room at first, but you know, the baby daddy being a mama's boy, he allowed them in there without really asking her. And at that really point,
known as a mama's boy.
Yeah, she said it like he's a mama's boy. And I think in the moment it's more of like, whatever, they're already in here, I'm in too much pain to be going back and forth to fucking argue with these people, like, and last shit, you know, minute and shit. Yeah, so I guess she let it be. So as she was giving birth, legs wide open, right? She's not even comfortable with them being in the first place. Legs wide open. The mother-in-law and the aunt start taking pictures and videos of her. Like, I get it. Like, you want to have that moment too where you're like, okay, my grandchildren are like, they're being born and shit, you know? But for you to go out and send those videos and pictures out to other family members is just wrong.
Why that angle though? Like, couldn't you wait till the baby was like out, like when it was like, oh, look at the baby, not look at the baby coming out, the coochie type of deal? And I know that really pissed her off. That's traumatizing, because she's already known as like a public figure, and you don't know where these images of her can land or what family members would want to do her dirty at the end of the day. That is so fucked up. And it was all his family that they were sending it to.
Especially being like them coming from like a Hispanic family. It's like,
oh, really?
Those mother-in-laws, you do not know their real intentions behind them doing certain shit like that. Like, I would feel so disgusted with my baby daddy's family after that if I knew that they had pictures and videos of me, like, and it's like, what can you do? I can't force you to delete that shit of me, but it's just like, why did you do it, you know?
That's like basically going live, like, because you're still capturing the whole moment. Like, that's basically you going live and showing that whole shit. Like,
I wouldn't even be comfortable with my own mom sending pictures to my side of the family. I wouldn't like be comfortable
with nobody taking the pictures, period. Like, unless my man is right here, like, I'm like, you know how people record the birth, like, okay,
like, for you guys,
that's one thing, but like, you guys are not even like, okay, yes, you can be there, sure, whatever, that's your choice, the mother's choice. The dad should have a say, but it's not his choice at the end of the day. But like, what made you think that was okay? Like, and then it's also like, for her, like, on her end, like, since she is in the influencer world, did you guys not process the thought, like, what it could possibly do to her? Like,
well, this was like before she even like got on social media like that, but still, like, it's just like, it's just the what's it called,
the concept of it all,
yeah,
basically. Like, why weren't you just living in the moment when it was happening? Why are both of you on your phone doing that? Why weren't you guys just enjoying your grandchild coming out into this
That's
world?
what I'm saying. Like, there's a difference between, like, okay, you need, first of all, ask me if I even want you to record me down there. If I'm like, okay, record this for us, for our memories and stuff, and I give you permission to record me because, let's say, I know I'm having you do it for me, I want you to send it to me, or, you know, I'm close with you, you're the grandma, this is a beautiful moment at the end of the day. But like, for you to send it out to family members, that,
yeah, like, if they weren't allowed to be in this room, what makes you think they're still allowed to see what happens in this room? So, like, for you on your end, like, how would you want yours? Like, I know you said, like, your mom and your man, like, what if your dad's all like, how come your mom gets to be there and I can't? Like, is that the only people that you would allow, period, to be in the room with you? Or, like, what if your siblings all like, I want to be there for you, sis? Like,
no, I'd for sure only...
Yeah, she said, no.
I'd for sure only allow, like, my man and my mom, because that's my mom. Like, I would want my mother's support during a time like that, and my man because, you know, that's the father of my baby. If I was cool with my mother-in-law, yeah, fuck it, like, you could be in there. But obviously, like, it's just whatever I'm comfortable with at the time, I guess.
Yeah, like, and then again, it's also like, what if one day, let's say you're out with your sister, you're out with, like, whoever, and that's the only person that can be there with you at that time. Like, your man has to make it, like, you know, shit can happen. Like, you can bust at any moment in time. So it's like, maybe right now you're saying you wouldn't be comfortable with somebody, but who knows what life is going to throw at you. And it's going to be like, oh, well, you just so happen to be with this person. Do you want to be alone, or do you want to have this person with you? And that's crazy, because then it's at the same time, it's just like, okay, stand next to me, but don't look at my coochie.
Period.
Yeah. What did some of the answers say, though?
This person said that I'm not posting any baby pics on social media. We didn't post anything when we got pregnant either. We just sent the scan directly to the people we wanted to know. My partner and I decided if you aren't close enough for us to contact you directly, then we aren't close enough for you to see our personal life and new baby on social media. I agree.
That kind of gives me a new light on it, because that is so true. Like, I was like, damn, I can't wait to have, like, my pregnancy pictures and all this and that to post them. But I'm like, that is something so intimate to where it's like, yeah, like, if I'm not willing to send you a text or something, why am I gonna post it? That's true.
And then someone said we don't share because the evil eye is real, which I heavenly believe in. Like, the evil eye is so fucking real that I feel like,
and especially, like, on social media, like,
and a baby's so innocent that, like, they have no say in it. They can't protect themselves at any cost. Like, it's my job to protect them, you know?
Yeah, and the evil eye is real, but, like, you could also, like, do things to, like, prevent it. Like, at the same time, like how you told me last time, you're putting that energy to it, just don't put your energy to it. So it's like, you could do that and just, like, put the little evil eye down there, just give yourself a little cleanse here and there, just, like, don't acknowledge the haterade that's coming to you. So so that's a good answer. You want me to go ahead and say mine? All right, so my question this week is finishing early, sound like your partner in bed. How do you feel about it? Da, 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 da. All right, you made me answer the last one first. So, how do you feel like when they finish early?
It depends. Because like there's times where I'm really craving it and I'm like, damn, like I really want it right now. And like
you're about to piss me off with this answer because I feel it already. I feel it already.
And like and then like we're doing it or whatever, and they finish so quick. Like it does piss me off. But like you told me earlier, like there is time where it's like, fuck, you're going for so long. Like when are you gonna stop? Like there's times where like we're hitting doggy, and I'm literally rolling my eyes as we're hitting doggy because I'm like, bro, like I'm so fucking tired right now. I want to tap out so bad.
Yes, when you're tired and they're not done, you're like, bro, I thought this was gonna be a quick fuck. Now I'm just tired. Like,
But then there is times where it's like, I mean, like at least the person I was doing it with like with my ex and stuff, when we would do it like that, where it would be a quick fuck, but we're still horny, we would still be able to go for round 2. So I guess that makes up for the fact that you nutted fast. But if you nut fast and you go to sleep, bro, that's fucked up. Like, cause fuck you. Like you literally got your nut out.
I'm packing you lunch, bitch. Fuck.
Literally. But what about you?
It gets you that pissed. Like I will still pack him lunch, but I'm like, I really should let this motherfucker starve. Like, okay. What was it again? It's how do you feel when they finish fast, basically. Sound like your partner. Okay, so like Savannah said, it's like, it's not like he's just always nutting quickly. Like there's times where, like you said, like and it's always at that time where like you're horny and that's when they decide to finish fast. It's, now that you say it that way, it literally is just only that time where I want to fuck and then he'll nut fast. I'm like, that's it? That's all you got? Like, wow, you, like, that's when it hit me with like, you always complain that I take long. I'm like, the one time I don't give a fuck and you want to nut quickly. But then it's also like, okay, like there's no in between. Like it's either you nut fast or they take like an hour or 2 to nut. Like, why can't we have an in between, bro? Like, I feel it. I like, he doesn't do it all the time, but when he does, it is aggravating. But like, I get what you're saying. Like, where sometimes it is just so long and you're already tired. Like, let's say you were already tired to begin with, and like maybe you just can't fall asleep. You know what? Let me get a quick fuck. But then they want to keep going, and that's where it's like, dude,
and it's already like late and shit.
Yeah, and you're like, how do I get him? Like, I don't want to make him feel bad. Like, yo, hurry up. But it's like, yo, hurry up. Like, I'm tired. Like, let's get this. Or I feel bad, like, where it's like, you know what? Like, I'm done. Like, I can't. Like, when I do tap out and I don't let him nut, I feel bad. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, like, that's on you. Like, you could have been done this by now. But yeah, so that's for me. I don't like it. It's not like that all the time, but when it is, it sure sucks.
But you know what? I feel like it kind of it pisses me off in a way where it's like, damn, like I still want to keep fucking, but maybe it's just me being fucking insecure and having trust issues. When they take, at least for me, when he would take long to nut, I would get so irritated because I'm like, who have you been fucking?
Why? Or why have you been jacking off?
Either you've been fucking someone or you've been jacking off. Because when you nut fast, obviously you've been holding that shit in for a while. So when you're not nutting fast, it's like, what the fuck have you been doing? And I feel the balls too. If they're hard, no, if they're hard, that means I think that they haven't nutted. But if they're like sagging and they're loose, they nutted. So I would always be like, let me check your balls.
Before or after? You said,
before.
Let me check your balls.
Or like, there would be times where like we would be laying down and I would be grabbing the balls or whatever, and I'd be like, why the fuck are they hard right now? Like, did you nut today?
Oh.
No, I'm just cold.
Savannah, don't make me more toxic, bitch. What? Oh, I thought I was toxic. Damn, I'm gonna try that. You fucking fuck me up, Savannah, because now I'm gonna be crazy. Now I'm gonna be crazy. Because I get what you're saying, where you're like, why aren't you nutting? Like, I would tell him, I'm like, dude, you're always in the fucking restroom for hours, bro. Because men are always in the fucking restroom for so long. Like,
I used to text my ex when he was in there, like, fuck you, you're texting bitches in there. He's like, bro, I'm literally taking a shit playing a video game on my phone.
And I thought it was just me, but, like, when I had my cousins and, like, they would have their girls or whatever, they would also be, like, in there for long. And I'm like, it's just men. Men are just in the restroom for so... My brother, too, I'm like, bro, I've been waiting for you to get the fuck out of there. I want to shower next. Like, men take long, period. And I tell my man, I'm like, dude, you were jacking off. Like, don't tell me. Like, you're not nutting. He's like, no, I was just in the restroom. I'm like, fuck you, bro. Like, nut to yourself then. Like, there would be times, I have those times. I get what you're saying.
There would be times, though, I would go in after him. And he would tell me, I took a shit. All right, I'm going to go in there. If it smells like shit, you took a shit. No. Oh, bro. There would be times where, damn, I'm fucking crazy. There would be times where I would go in there after him. And I would sit on the toilet. And I'm like, this toilet's cold as fuck. There's no way he was sitting on this toilet for the past 30 minutes. Because this toilet seat is fucking cold.
Okay. My friends tell me that I'm toxic. They have not met Savannah because this bitch said ass down. Like, I'm
literally. Or, like, if I felt like he was in there jacking off, I would, like, try and peek around to see if, like, there was, like, scrunched up toilet paper with nut on it. I wouldn't touch anything, but I would kind of peek over, like, is there something different in this bathroom right now? Like, he had to clean himself somehow.
I bet Savannah has a black light in her pocket ready to go. She's like, like, checking. Oh, fuck. I feel that, though. Like, ladies, if your man's been in the restroom for so long, do you think he's jacking off? Are we the only crazy bitches that have this thought? Or has that thought run through your mind? Because, like, I know what you're saying, dude. Like, I've gone through, like, his tabs. I'm like, there has to be something here. Like, dude, there's no way you can just not nut this long. Like, there's times where I'm like, dude, like, we have not fucked since my period and you're still fucking me this long. Like, nah, bro. Like, something's off. I don't know. I hopefully I'm not catching my man slipping and nothing. I'm not, like, you know, but, like, this is so true, Savannah. I'm going to try that balls thing. I'm going to look it up and see which one is which. And
it's either one of those, but I know, like, if it's hard, it's either because they haven't nutted or they nutted.
We're gonna look this up and we'll let you know, but that was a good one. This bitch said, I want to go touch the toilet.
Literally.
All right. One girl said, damn. Okay, let's reread the question for anybody who forgot it. Finishing early. Sound like your partner in bed. How do you feel about it? We feel pissed. That's our answer. This one girl said, I'm new to hetero sex, and I was shocked at how normal it is for a man to come and not consider if the woman got off. Like, what? LOL. I'm getting back to the ladies, y'all. So this was a lesbian, I guess, or just somebody who liked girls. And when she went back to men, she said, it's so weird how men think it's okay for them to nut and then think that's the end of sex. The fact that a lesbian or whatever you are, she went to ladies. The fact that she went from ladies and came back to men and was like, dude, these men don't give a fuck about how you feel. I'm going to go back to a girl. Because apparently she's making it seem like a girl will make sure that you both finish. That is very considerate.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends who you're with. But I feel like guys aren't really considerate when it comes to, like, nutting.
It's true that you say that, though. It does depend, because, like, with my man, I feel like I get my side out of it. But, like, with a lot of men that I've been with, I mean, that sounded wrong, but, like, with the men that I've been with, they for sure, like, think that once they nut, all right, time to go to sleep. Like,
that's why, like, with me and, like, my ex, what we would do so I could get my nut first is we would start off with him giving me head. I would, like, release it.
That is.
And then we'll fuck. And I'm like, all right, now it's your turn to nut.
You see, but for me, I'm not going to lie. Like, I see why men do it. They knock out when they nut, because the second I do, bitch, I'm down. Like, I'm out. I'm out like a light. Like, I'm not even processing my next thought. I'm like, like, and I'm out. Like, I knock out. And my man always hits me with, I know my lady's gonna sleep good tonight. Like, yeah, because I'm already asleep, bitch. Like, I'm already out. But, like, I see where they're coming from with that. But it's like, what you're doing, that would fuck me up. Because if I were to nut first and then we would try to fuck, I'd be like, nope, I'm good. Because like after that, my vagina's like, you know how they get sensitive? That's how my
I prefer
feels.
it that way, because when I do nut or whatever, I'm 10 times more wet. So it's easier for it to slip in, and like it feels better for them because like I've already nutted. So
this is true. You're very true. I'll try to do it when I'm a little more awake. But that for me, it's for sure like, okay, we're getting a little too like, this is how we do it. All right. So another girl said, damn, she really said I'm going back to the girls though. I'm sorry, honey. You need to find a bright one that likes to. They're not all like that. Yeah, mine doesn't last long, and I've had bad experience with oral. Guys talk the talk but can't even walk the walk, so I don't even like it. Have you ever had a guy that gave you bad head? Or have you ever just had bad head, period?
I've only gotten head from just one person, and it's always been good to me, but I've never had an experience where like...
Is that because you chose not to let anybody else give you head, or nobody else offered it, stingy asses?
I think when it comes to head, like... I don't know, I feel like if getting head is just like... I feel insecure about it. So like when I do like when me and my ex, is like, I'm so comfortable with you that I don't give a fuck. But like if it were to be from anyone else, I would have to definitely like build my
you feel like
comfort
it's a little more
zone around them. Yeah, it's very more intimate.
This is true. I feel what you're saying, because that's like they're literally in there.
Yeah, like examining my shit.
Oh fuck. We'll read one more from the girls. My boyfriend's last probably 1 minute or less, and I never finish, and we've talked about that before, but he's like, I can't control it, like, oh well, I never finish. I feel like he can control it. Well, she says under a minute though. That's under a little extreme. Minute? That's a little, yeah, let me see. She did say that, right? Probably a minute or less. That's a quick fuck. That is a very quick fuck.
But see, like, I think about it like,
because you can pull out and like stop yourself from nutting and like keep going. Yeah. But like, he's not even like
that's
4
selfish.
Strokes in.
Because like the times I have nutted off of dick, like, I remember like holding myself, like, don't get me wrong, it feels really fucking good, but I try to keep that feeling for as long as I can, so that way I don't finish and like I'm like not in the mood no more. So if I feel like if I can control it somehow, a guy definitely can.
They can. Like, that's like what my man does, because I'm like, dude, like, how the fuck aren't you nutting? He's like, well, I keep pulling out. So it's like basically stopping the sensation of the fucking will make you last longer. So it's like, but like it seems like this dude can't even have time to pull out, because if he's doing it, if even under in a minute, like he's like those movies that they make fun of where they're like, like literally, like like. Or like in Scary Movie, isn't that how he nutted too? Where like when he nutted so much, but it was just like quickly too. Like he had barely started fucking, he shot her up in the sky with nut.
Oh yeah, I know. When he was like, getting head or something.
She was, because I thought she had like the locks on her panties. That's probably why he was getting head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you see, like he's just selfish. But so that was our period segment. We're gonna go ahead and, because I know at first I started doing it with questions that were like more intimate, learning about our bodies and stuff like that. Honestly, like whatever this app pulls up, that's the questions that we pick, and it hasn't really giving us any intimate body ones, but we're for sure gonna bring it back a little bit to where we get to learn ourselves a little more. So as of right now, let's go ahead and just jump out of this segment and go back into a little something. So we were talking about the full moon and everything. We're talking about all these men. Let's talk about the signs that we've been with, the men that we've been with. Because like we're right now in a transition where we're like, well, for me anyways, I'm processing through all this, still going through shit that I haven't even acknowledged when I was at that point, and I'm barely seeing it now. So do you feel like you attract a certain sign in your life?
No, but I feel like me being the sign I am, I'm kind of Aries. Okay. So I'm an Aries. I feel like I attract the bad signs. Like the signs that I've been with Pisces, I've been with Geminis, I don't know what other ones I've been with. Those are the only two that have really affected me because they were my longest relationships. I've been with an Aries before, and like I think out of all of them, me and him related the most, so that's why like we always got along. Sure.
But like for the people that don't know much about an Aries, like what are your
like traits? I think we're very nice. Every Aries I've met, like we're very like warm-hearted, I guess. I feel like we're understanding people. Like at least for me, like I've never liked to be in drama. Like I've never put myself in drama. I'm not a fighter. That's for sure. When it comes down to it, like I've never gotten into a fight before. Like I'm a little pussy when it comes to it because like at the end of the day, I'm a really nice person, bro. Like I like to put other people before my own, and I feel like that's why I've had a lot of fucked up relationships with guys because I've always put their feelings before mine. And like that's just the type of person I am.
Is that like an Aries thing where like you're like very into other people's emotions type of deal?
Because every Aries I know, we're like that. And I know a couple, like one of my best friends, she's an Aries too, and we're like the same exact person. Like we're both loud when we need to be, we're both crazy when we need to be, but when it comes down to it, like we're very genuine.
So like what was your deal with your signs? Like how was that like when you dated those signs? Let me hear about the Gemini. How was your relationship with the Gemini?
Because you're a Gemini, huh?
Yeah, let me hear you talk shit.
I think with him, he was, because see, there's a difference between a girl Gemini and there's a difference between a guy Gemini, because my mom's a girl Gemini and I get along with her. Yeah.
Really?
June 8th.
Oh, really? Okay, that's interesting.
But with a guy Gemini, especially being in a relationship with one, they're fucking crazy. Like they're very, when they say Geminis have two different sides to them, it's true. And coming from a man, like, period, he was very, very like, everything had to be his way, not my way. Like he could go cheat on me and do all this shit, but when it came down to me, fuck you, you're a bitch, this and that. I mean, I guess it's like that for every guy, but no, like with him, he was my first crazy ex or first crazy boyfriend at the time, and I just the one that you told us
was older than you?
He was way older.
Shoot, for real.
And like he would show up to my fucking dad's apartment. Like, mind you, he knew my parents didn't know about him. Like, you're literally asking to go to jail right now because you're fucking 20 years old pulling up to my dad's apartment when I'm 15, 16 years old. Like, for real. And then like with my Pisces, like me and him just, if you look up our signs, we're really not compatible, if I'm being honest. Like,
were you compatible with the Gemini? Are you?
I don't know. I mean, clearly not. I wasn't compatible with him.
But you're compatible with me and your mother.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a difference between female.
This is true.
Signs and like the guy signs. But like the Pisces, like we would bump heads a lot. Like, but we had a certain vibe with each other that me and Gemini didn't. Like, maybe it's just personality traits, has nothing to do with signs. But I genuinely do believe that like the traits we have are from our signs, because I've met Aries, like I said, that are like me. Like, we're like the same people. But what about you?
Like on my end, I don't think I've dated, like you said, you've dated. No, your best friend was your same sign. No, you've never dated the same sign as you.
Yeah, I've talked to one guy. He was in Aries too. But
how was that like?
Me and him, when
like, even if you didn't date, like, how was that relationship?
We really did get along. Like, there wasn't ever a point where me and him had any bad beef with each other. Like, out of all the people I've talked to and dated, he was the only one that I've never been like, fuck you, I hate you, like you did me dirty and shit. Like, yeah, there would be shit that he did that did hurt me and did affect me, but it's like
any other relationship.
Yeah, but he was the most genuine. Like, even just being my friend, because there was times where we would talk or just sincerely be friends. Like, he was just very genuine to me.
That's good. For like me, I don't think I've ever had anything with a Gemini, honestly. Not that I can recall. For sure I attract Libras. I know I've talked to several Libras before, but like I've only ever really dated two, and they were back to back. Like my man right now and my ex before him, like But it's so weird. Like, and I do know for sure, like on my charts, it says I do attract Libras in a relationship type of way. And it's weird because, like, you say, like, there's boys and girls, but, like, for me, it was two dudes, and it was, like, still such a completely different manner. Maybe because my last was, like, in an addiction problem, yes, but, like, I feel like before he actually really fell into addiction, he did give traits that my man gives, where it's like, you know, the typical Libra, like nonchalant, cool, expressive, like I'm the crazy, you're the calm, you're the, I don't know which yin and yang is, but like that type of vibe. So with the Libras, I for sure feel like a Libra for sure is something that, like, that type of energy is what I need, because I am the type where, like, my emotions are crazy. I do get toxic. I do get crazy. I do get out of pocket. And, like, a Libra is, like, something that can, like, even me out and balance me out. And, like what it is with my man. Like, he's the one that can truly sit down, talk to me, and make me, like, acknowledge everything for what it really is and, like, process it before I go crazy. So, like, for sure, Libras have been the thing that I think, like, that work with me the most and I'm the most compatible with. I have had, let's see, because I don't really remember all of my exes, like, signs or stuff like that. I don't really acknowledge those fools at all anymore. But, like, other than a Libra, I for sure, one of my longest relationships was with the Capricorn man. And Capricorns, at least for what I got, they're very heartless and stubborn.
My dad's a Capricorn.
Oh, shit.
And he's a cheater, too.
I'm not saying nothing about you, sir. Like, I'm over here like, oh, your mom's a Gemini. Cool. Fuck your daddy. Like, oh, fuck. I'm trying to see, like, what the traits are right here for a Capricorn, but there's too much shit to go through. But if Savannah says it, then I guess. But, yeah, like, I feel like when I was with him, like, it was just, like, he was so stubborn. He was, like, so, like, he had emotion, but he would just bottle it up too much to where, like, at one point he would just, like, blah, like, go crazy. And it's just, like, for what, dude? Like, I'm expressing myself to you. Why don't you express yourself to me? So, for that whole relationship, like, I just feel like our energies were just too stubborn for each other. Because I'm crazy, you're crazy. Let's not mix that up, because then it's just two crazy people together. So that was the only other one that I could remember for their sign was a Virgo. And like with the Virgos, like, I think I've had friends that were Virgos too, because I've had like a lot of people that I really like connect with are like in October, so it's either Virgos or Libras. For the Virgos that I've had in my life, like, I feel like I can just, like, they're still like calm for me, but they still also have a little bit of like kick to them as well. Like, I don't think that they've ever really given me like bad energies or stuff like that, but it's also like, okay, we both have to tiptoe around each other a little bit because we know something can pop off. But other than that, I don't think like there's a sign that's, other than a Libra, I think the Libras are the signs that really like stand out for me. Do you feel like you attract a certain sign, not just in like relationships, but like friendships?
I don't think so. I think like whatever comes to me, but
true. Whoever
it's
I
always
can vibe
random,
with.
yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I think that's pretty much all I can remember. What about like for your family? Like, since how does your sign of yourself work with your family signs?
I mean, there's not one family member that I don't get along with, but like my sister, she's a Scorpio, and they always say shit about Scorpios, how they're stubborn, how they're bitches. And I'm not gonna lie, she fucking acts like a Scorpio, like. But I mean, like, me and her don't bump heads. I don't know if it's because she's not at that age yet where like we can be bumping heads like that. But like when it comes to like my mom, like, she's a Gemini. Me and her get along. Me and my mom are close as fuck. My dad, I've never really had an issue with him. So I don't know, like, signs come into it sometimes, but I think really for me, signs affect relationships wise. You get me?
Like, who do you think like is the sign in your family that you have like your strongest relationship with?
Definitely my mom.
Gemini. And she's a Gemini. Yeah. Maybe you guys are like the compatible signs, because I don't know. All I know is for our chart, it was for sure like we're very compatible with Libras. That's what stuck out to me, because that one was the one that really like shocked me the most. The one that's known to be crazy with the most calm one. Like that was like, like we really balance each other out. Like the way I see it, I'm supposed to defend you and you're supposed to calm me down. That's how I see it. On my end though, like, dude, I am overthrown in my house. Like, so it's me, my parents, and my 2 sisters, right? So I'm a Gemini. All of them are Leos. Every single one of them, like in my like intimate family, I guess, they're all Leos. And let me read a little bit about them before I continue with that, just so I really Leos. A little Leo. Because I've looked up their stuff before and I never really wanted to get into it. Confident, comfortable, centered, attention, drama, adoring, ambitious, loyal, firstly. Drama, adoring. But like for me, yeah, like I'm overthrown by them being Leos. Like they for sure like all are very aggressive. They for sure like to like, I get work crazy Geminis, but I for sure feel like themselves are like toxic.
Leos, from what I know, they're very like all about themselves. Like,
yeah,
they are very very conceited
and defensive about themselves, because that's exactly how they all are. And like what's so weird is like I feel like because they're all the same sign and they all like think the same way, that's why for them, that's probably why they think I'm the crazy one, because like you said, they're all about themselves and like so conceited about themselves that when you try to knock them down the way they knock you down, it's like they get so fucking aggressive and attack,
because they don't ever see themselves as the problem,
literally, dude. And so like that's exactly how like I feel like, because me, the way I am, I know I'm not gonna shut the fuck up. Like, you want to tell one side of me this, my other side of me is gonna come and attack your ass. So that's what I feel like is going on with us. But yeah, I'm overthrown by Leos, bitch. At least you got a mix of them. I'm overthrown. Like, it's just me in that little spot. But let's go ahead and toss it into our dreams. We're gonna end it off soon. So what this dream segment is, we talk about any dreams that we've had in the past that have really stuck to us, or any recent dreams that have happened to us recently. You yourself can go ahead and drop your dream in our Google Forms, and we can read it on here on the podcast, and it's completely 100% anonymous, as long with the period segment. If you want to go ahead and drop your answers down for those, put them in the Google Forms. Nobody's gonna know nothing. So I'll go ahead and start off. Or do you have your dream? Do you want to start it off? I'm going to pull mine up right here.
Yeah, I can start it off. So,
as she grabs a candy.
So, last night, I'm pretty sure everyone has had a dream where, like, someone they know or love has passed away in their dream. But I don't think I'm really going to get into details about it, because I don't like to speak this type of stuff into existence. But I did have a dream where, like, I lost my sibling, and it's just those type of dreams where like in your dream you could feel all that fucking sadness that when you wake up you feel so weird about it. Like, I wake up and I'm like, damn, like, let me make sure she's good, because like it felt so fucking real in my dream that it's scary. Like,
made you think like something happened to her.
Yeah, and it's like, fuck, like I'm so scared to go back to sleep, because we have those dreams where like we dream it, we wake up, we're like, fuck, like I want to go back into that dream. No, like this was that type of dream where it's like I'm scared to go back to sleep because I don't want to go back into it. You get me?
Oh, because you're scared that you're gonna keep going in that nightmare. Yeah, kind of like one of those dreams. I forgot who we had on the podcast where like I just kept going through the same thing in my dream, a loop dream. Yeah, that shit's scary. So that's what you had. You had a death dream.
And death dreams are scary. I don't wish that shit on anybody.
The emotion of it really feels painful. Like, if that shit really happened, You good with your dream?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. And that was tonight. So she's giving you a fresh, juicy one. So my dream, I didn't write it down in my dream journal because that was like in the middle of the night type shit. But I did write it down on my phone.
You're like, I'm too fucking tired right now.
Yeah, it was on my desk and I'm like, I was sleeping by the wall again. So I was like, I'm going to go ahead and put like a little stand so I could put my dream journal by my side of the bed. So my dream was, I wrote it down. The dream was I was in a small village and we went swimming. And the water kept going up, so the water was raising. Damn, my dream was flooding too, bitch.
Wait, when was this?
This was let's see, September 2nd, cause wait, what? Is that tonight? No, this dream did not happen. Hold on, or maybe it was yesterday.
Do you think it ties into like the floods that happened over here? Maybe like,
I don't know why it's saying September 2nd. Because my dream was like not. Oh, I think it just put the date because I opened it right now. But it was before the floods happened. And so basically we went swimming and the water kept rising. And I was trying to get my man's shoes. Because my man, when we go to the lake, he fucking puts his sandals on in the water. And that's how he fucked up his last pair of sandals. Or I'm scared like his sandals going to go floating away in the water. So in my dream, that's what was happening. My man's shoes were floating away. And I was trying to catch his shoes. So his shoes were floating away. And when we were done swimming, we saw a car crash happen. And like, so I guess we were leaving where we were swimming. And I remember this clearly. Like, we were driving in the car and it was completely dark. We were at a 4-way stop. But like, we just seen this car crash and like they flipped over. And like, it was just like a crazy ass car accident. And then like from after the car crash, I just had a dream that I was with my ex, my last ex before my man. And he popped up in my dreams again. I told this dream last time where he looked at me like through the camera like he wanted to kill me type of shit. In this dream, he was taking me somewhere. Like, it didn't feel like scary or nothing, but it was still like weird because we were walking down dark places and he was grabbing me by the hand and taking me to like somewhere light. And he was just okay. So yeah, when he took me to the light, like the dream just ended. I woke up. What he was taking me to, whether it was good or bad, I don't know. Because like I told you in that last dream, I felt bad energy and I felt scary. But in this dream, it was just like I didn't feel nothing, but it was still him. And I was still unsure on why as to he was there. But yeah, so it went from like swimming, chasing sandals to seeing a car crash to my ex taking me to a light.
You know what's crazy? I feel like every time your ex pops up in your dream, it's always like, what is he trying to do? What's his message right now? Like,
I feel like it's that, or maybe like I said, this week I was going through stuff and I was seeing stuff and he was a part of the stuff that I was deleting. Maybe like it's my mind, like, because I told you too, like when we're asleep, our brain tries to process the stuff that we like shove down type of thing. Like, yeah, we don't want to process when we're in the moment. So when we're asleep, that's our brain sitting down itself and it processing everything for you. So maybe like I know for a fact I'm still processing that shit till this day. Like there's times where I still sit in my car, I'm like, damn, like I really was there. But yeah, so that was my dream. That was your dream. Again, you guys, go ahead and submit your dreams on the Google Forms. We can go ahead and read your dreams out here. But I think we're good. Do you have... We're good, right? You didn't have nothing else we wanted to bring up?
Yeah, no, I think we're good.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here with our dreams, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. You guys can go ahead and follow us on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere and everywhere. Shit, even if you pull out your mom's old ass Nokia, you could probably find us on there. Go ahead, go to our Google Forms, submit your dreams, ask for advice, drop a juicy confession in that shit, talk shit to us, fuck it. Anything you want to do, comment, like, share, subscribe. You can do that everywhere and everywhere on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Rate us 5 stars. Drop
these rude ass.
They're racing for you guys. We're gonna go ahead and fucking have a Grand Prix for you right outside Savannah's window. If you guys want to pull up to race, just like everybody else is right now. Other than that, everybody stay safe. The weather's crazy. If you live in Vegas, be careful. Other than that, I think we're good here. Savannah, anything to say to these great group of bitches?
Till next time, bitches.
Peace out, bitches.
Sal y perrear. No tienes vergüenza, mami. Baby, quiero ser el río de tu Tokio. Chingamos en la casa de papel sin negocio. Esta vida nunca se acaba.